briefly, for those of you who don't know the TUC, the Trades Union Congress, we're the umbrella body for the UK's 50 unions. We represent around 5 million people in the UK, and they're working in a huge diverse range of sectors. And for some reason I've picked out from midwives to film technicians, and I'm glad I picked out film technicians because we're on a cinema here. And then I think finally the kind of key thing which the TUC has been focusing on alongside pay over the past year is that the other main trend since the financial crisis has been that the quality of work, something feels like it's going wrong basically with the quality and nature of our jobs. And maybe this doesn't affect everybody in the labour market, but the TUC estimates that around 3 million people, so that's 1 in 10 of the workforce, are now in some form of work which we genuinely see as insecure. So it might be there on a 0 hours contract, it might be there in some form of insecure agency work, it might be there in very low paid self-employment.
The front page of this week's New Yorker is a rather marvellous exhibit A of what Kate has just, if you want to say, is the robot world where the robots are tossing a robot. All the robots are queuing up to toss a coin into the hat of the one human being who's sat in the street.
I mean, you've seen a million headlines over the last year saying, "Are robots going to take? Is a robot going to take your job?" And I suppose my probable answer is no, I don't think so. If we think about what's happened over the last 10 years, we've had an enormous technological shift. One of my favourite facts is it's just 10 years since the invention of the iPhone. You can think about, you know, a time of really significant change in how we work, how we use technology, how we shop. And as I said, we've got these record employment rates.
I just think we're in a world where, as you're hearing, there's a huge sense of insecurity about work, and people are talking about work spontaneously in the world of work, the politics of work. It's out there as an issue.
Asking a single question about how do you increase the quantity of work, as Gavin suggested, and we're treating the answer to that as the whole of the answer, but it's not. It's about the whole experience of work. Some really deep concerns that we should have around the state of modern work. What does the future look like, which serves the questions that Kate asked. I think I know what it looks like. It looks pretty similar to the present unless we change course. And the present has some deep problems within it, actually. If you look at what people are saying about their experience of work, there's this survey, British Social Attitudes, and in the last 10 years, particularly those on low pay and low skill, are reporting a declining feeling of autonomy and agency at work. Something is going on about how work is organised and degrees of control and power in the workplace, which is partly linked to technology, but it's also linked to management and organisation. And a sense of agency is being lost. There's a big change even over the last 10 years in this regard. Workers, again, especially lower paid workers, are feeling far more insecure. And there's lots of economic measures of insecurity. But what matters is how the person feels about their degree of security, because that's the thing that enables them to make decisions. It's very difficult for you to invest in yourself or look to the future if actually you're worried about today.